Hello everybody and welcome. I am the Beta Plan and this is Crusader Kings 3, where we are playing as the Tunjur dynasty responsible for the resurgence and reformation of the Kushite religion. Now, because we are in a war where we are trying to conquer Egypt, I thought, it would be really cool, as I addressed in an earlier episode, to possibly get our name to change from High Priest to Pharaoh, because, hey, that is what we actually should be, in my opinion. So I looked on the forums from Steam to see if there was a possibility for that. And there are two mods that introduce the Pharaoh title, but unfortunately both of them have a little bit of an, have a problem that causes me to not use them. The first one would be Dead Religion's Revived mod, which I would recommend if not for its problem. The fact that it's incompatible... Ooh, we just died. Uh-oh. He died of unknown causes, a paragon of valor and gallantry. He will always be remembered for his cordial and just nature in the face of odds, although he was dreaded. High Priestess Pharaoh Yug ascends to the throne. Blessed with an abundance of friends, Yug is likely to find support for his rule. Okay, we have a lot of things to take care of. Let me first end this discussion about the mods. So these Old Religions Revived mod, or Ancient Religions Revived mod, it is incompatible with the current CK3, which is unfortunate because you can't create nations like Sumer or Carthago and all kinds of other nations and cultures are added in order to, well, have the decision to form those nations. But yeah, it's incompatible. What I love about that mod is actually what is the problem with the other mods. Because the other mod, which escapes the name of me for right now, it unfortunately says, like, Kushite, Kushite becomes Kemet. Which is the old Egyptian religion, and they say they research into all the old names and what have you not. And yes, they added the divine marriage into the Kemet religion, which, well, by our research, that was indeed true for the Ptolemaic dynasty, but the Ptolemaic dynasty derives its origin from Alexander the Great conquering over here, was given Egypt like a god almost, and then when he died without any heir, one of his generals, Ptolemaic, gained control of Egypt and founded his own dynasty, Egyptifying his dynasty. And well, they ruled, and that dynasty is well known because Cleopatra is one of the Ptolemaic dynasty rulers. Well, we all know what happened. Well, maybe you don't know the exact details. And by the way, if you don't go to Extra Credits History has an amazing series on her. Just finished 5 episodes. They last 10 minutes. It's really cool. But I love that channel in general, by the way. The Ptolemaic dynasty is not all of Egypt, and we are the Daju people with a derivative of that religion. And the Ancient Religions Revived mod, I love it because it adds Kemet next to Kushite and puts them both under the Egyptian categories. Like, they are no longer than like, here we see all the Cordovian faiths. Now, it creates its own Egyptian category and adds there the Kemet religion. Whereas, for instance, much like you have the Christian faith and quite a few religions are under that group. I think over 20, 30, something like that. A lot of religions are there. That's what that mod does. But yeah, it's incompatible. So unfortunately, no mod to change our title. What we do have, if we would love to, is we can open the barbershop. And as you can see, I now have the full screen barbershop mod, which gives us a lot more interesting things to do. Now, what I would love also is I downloaded another mod that, well, actually, as you can see, adds additional hats based on certain areas. This is early 14th century, for instance. The problem is, currently with this mod, and I hope they will update it later, these helms are either Nordic, as you can see for the Getmerbu, I'm sorry, I don't speak Norse. Vendel. They are these really cool helms, but unfortunately they have not yet implemented actually helms that are, well, more for our local area. So I can't really find a proper hat, a pharaoh hat, despite having included this mod into our things. We will see if we can find ourselves something very interesting to wear later on. But for right now, we are in a war with a new king, and we're gonna focus on our current gameplay. Also, by the way, did you notice that the Byzantine Empire has fallen and Khazaria has run over it? Yep. That is a thing that happened. Oh, mod stuttered there for a second. Mod, the game. The game stuttered. He actually controls the Byzantine Empire, conquered by a claimant even. Holy heck! The Khanate of Khazaria is actually of the Macedon line, because the Bulanids no longer live. Wait, how did this happen? If this is your parent, which is Bulanid. This is lowborn. Why are you considered part of the Macedon line? Because here I can see that this is Macedon. How does this work? Your lineage is odd. No, now it does work correctly. I must have misclicked something. Oh, here, it's children. I'm an idiot. Never mind. But that happens. I've also found a mod that actually, for instance, changes our fervor always going to 50% instead of going to 0. And, for instance, having less problems with and less frequent activation of, well, people gaining, well, the bad cleric trait, if you will. Interesting, but they've changed so much that it becomes more of a crutch than truly adding differences that I like. By the way, I randomly gave this title to a low nobleborn, and then I gave it to this girl, which is fine, she has a virtue, but, what? Because if I go to my religion, if you remember, yeah, either gender can have it, but I could never land a female. Has now an update happened that I've missed. I'm going to check that out right now, and then we're going to get into the real gameplay. I know some people don't like, I always get confused. Me talking, not having cool gameplay around, but personally, I'm just bad, okay, if you will, at talking and playing at the same time. I will make tons of mistakes. I can guarantee you that right now. So that's why that is why I don't continue to play if I consider this. Yeah, here, I can't grant titles. They don't allow rulers to grant titles to women, despite the fact that women can hold theoretical titles. So that is a little funky in my opinion. Because if I randomly give it to somebody, a woman can inherit it. But if I have to give it when I search for it, it needs to be a male. Kinda weird, but alright. So, no longer over our domain limit, still in this war. Let's go focus. Well, that might be good. But we need control growth, don't we? Don't we need control growth? No, we're finding control in our own lands, but of course in the new lands, control is going to be very low. But as I cannot hold any additional titles, I'm probably going to give my disinherited brother some land. This is also a thing that always annoys me. Oh, go away. I will invite you back. Oh, sure, I will come back. Then why do you go away? But, yeah. This is a thing. Are we still allied with Khanum now? No. No, not in the long shot. Not right now. But it always miscalculates the military strength at the beginning. So that should be fine in the end. Let's go for chivalric dominance then. That should work for the moment. You are the heir to Khanum. So we are married into it. It should work out in the end. And of course we still have this war with Abyssinia over here that is sieging us down. But yeah, that's gonna take some time before we can get there. Where is the next holding? There. So much attrition. Yeah, we are super slow in sieging everything down at the moment. That's me. Alright, do we have a... Have we finally attracted a siege commander? Nobody knows of us how to siege. That's just... very bad. Oh, and we have no... Whoa, we have no counselors. Alright. He has 33. That is so much better. You are fired. I'm sorry. You're just not good enough for your position. You need to be on the council and you have decent scores. You need to be in the council and have decent scores. Oh, you're gonna hate me for some time. I think that's... Oh, that's... No, that was one of my father's wives. And mother to my brother. Who is angry with me? You. Yeah, well, let's start and sway you. Of course, we still have the disadvantage that Egypt, well, going into it, we can't really siege a lot of them down at this moment because the problem is, back into the head of the dynasty, that was expected, that they have this funnel that we have to go through, which is blocking our advantage. Why have I sieged this down? Occupied by you, yes. So you are basically trying to de-siege something that I have gained. I cannot stand for that. Right, we now control Aswan, and apparently Nubia is now our main title. So let's go forth. Let's give you a commander. Let's attack this army that is not in a war against us, but because it has its own little war, it is against us. A little annoying, but we're just gonna have to live with that, and we're gonna move you up here. That's gonna suffer attrition, I am aware, but we're gonna have to do something. Paying homage. Yes, sure. Give me cash. I will definitely not white peace. Why would I white peace with you? When was this added to the game? Like, white peace when I'm losing. That's 40% in my favor. Why would I white peace? That makes no bloody sense. Yug, are you dear? Yes, then I will definitely teach my son. My son is a diplomat at the moment. I think I'm gonna leave that. Realm will lose land if when vassal dies, because it will go to this boy. Who was the idiot who gave him land? Apparently this one is a duke. And his father. Yeah, okay, very nice. We will lose an entire... Oh, there's a county. It's not as bad as I thought it was. Apparently the idiot was I. We definitely gave out this land, but probably his son died. And then his... this is really bad. Yeah, I don't like this. And this will flip the war against Abyssinia in their favor. We'll go over here. With this army. Nice! 10 fervor increased. Now I also found a mod that actually... Yeah, there is... See? That completely flipped the war with Abyssinia. We need to take care of that. We have discovered barracks. It's not what we were going for. We're going for... I need to... I hate to do this because we need the armies here also for Egypt. And you're still having all kinds of minor armies going. Na 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 na. This is not our war, but we're fighting for a liege lord. Once again, very loyal people, which that I would have them, but stand them down here. Oh, you're also sieging down that almost immediately. Cool. Raise all here. Thank you very much. This is the more important battle right now. I raised them a little too close, but we are going to win it. Ooh, that's just gonna be a Pyrrhic victory if I ever saw one. No, it's not as bad, but it's definitely not good. They also siege that one down. This is no bueno. All right, de-siege this, please. Oh, great, and there's now Egypt down there. All right, that means that we can start moving over here and start fighting them over there. Kanem is pulling an army back. They may have another war on their hands now. Yeah, they do. So they're not so interested anymore in helping us out. We definitely can ransom 53 out of 50. It's a little annoying. 63% in our favor. I inherited a barony. Give it out to somebody random because I just don't have the time right now to do everything in full details. I need you to start besieging this if you can. Please. And thank you. Because I will not lose this war to Abyssinia. Because that would also be a bit ridiculous. I personally am apparently an aggressive attacker. Oh my god, they besieged this, of course. I am just a moments away from it, from solving this issue. I captured some people in another battle. He doesn't have the money. Alright, well, de-siege this. Is that this? Yeah, that is this area sieged. So you're gonna go up here. Kanem still has... Kanem has like a lot of forces, 9,000 aiding to our war. I'm very happy with that. No, our sway scheme doesn't need progress because in 1 month it's already gonna tick, so we don't need that. It's unfortunate it takes so much time for our armies to reassemble, but then again, that is logical here. That just swings the war score so much in our favor again. Unfortunately, the entire control loss now was on. You can definitely argue that I should have moved a little quicker. No, I just want to get rid of those messages. Thank you. And we don't need a desert commander over here. Let's put my brother in. Oh, hold on, hold on. Of course I will accept. I believe... Yep. She died from her wounds. And now our wife is ruler of Kanem. So we need to help them out as well. First, however, our little battle over here. Yeah, we will be able to make this a good thing. Brother, you lead that army. Counselor died from his wounds. The other marshals are just too crap. I'm sorry to say. Who can marry? Oh, my sister with a little bit of a yeah. County of Wadi. Duchy of Darfur, yes. Let's get an alliance within our own territory. That would do us some good. There we go. Siege this down. It's 86% in our favor. No, 81%. Sorry, 86 is the other war. Well, brother, if you can win this, that would be grand. And Wet will judge these sinners. Oh no, is this a... Oh no, that is, of course, my greater court chaplain. Speaking of my court chaplain, what are you doing at this moment? You're trying to get me fervor, and I have no available spouse because you are ruling an area, as is the other one. So, as much as I hate to do it, Sorry, I'm comparing these two sisters of mine. 4, 5, 13, 7, 8. I'm gonna make you primary spouse. Because that should make a spouse available. Our mercenary contract is about to end. Hopefully they're not... she's immediately going to help me out. The Marshal... and the Spy Master... Yeah, let's do the Marshal. We may need more control growth. And that is that battle. 97% in our favor. I think that should be good enough. We have almost DC'd that. That would also definitely help. There we go. Move on up here. Kanem is returning with its armies, which is very logical. And they've... in a sense, we've already won, so I don't really mind. We're just gonna stay here and disband this army and get it. There we go. You're gonna pay me only 41 bucks. That's everything. 41 bucks. For a war that definitely cost us a little more. Because we hired mercenaries even to take them down. Once again, we're working with one rally point. Because then we know where everything is gonna go. Known for my dedication to my faith. Oh. Phew, I thought for a moment they were going to land again in Idhub. So we're gonna have that issue. But it doesn't seem like that. The problem is we won't be able to form an empire now because we won't have the incredible... pretty high demand, I would say, for prestige. And you know what? That is right. If you're going to create an empire out of nothing, they're gonna have... that's gonna take some time. Okay, so our mercenaries disbanded. I think I should not have called these guys up here. You know what? In fact, I'm gonna disband them over here. I'm gonna say that was a dumb thing to do and was not very smart. I admit that, but there we go. The most important thing, however, is Egypt surrenders. Alright, we lose 10 fervor for this war. Because we are... we've won. And I admit, I kind of find that weird that the fervor decreases. But the mod that I found... a mod that I found inverted this. But that is also... I can kind of see the logic of Paradox Interactive. That if a war is won... that people are like, oh, you know, the gods are with us, and they are not so... they still pray to them, but they're just a little less happy, or a little find it a little bit less needed to pray to the gods now because they're already on their side. But for the other people, I would think more that the popular opinion would be really poor against me. Not to say that the religion would gain additional fervor, because they have been defeated, and that is a little bit what bugs me about the situation. But there it is. So be it. Look at this incredibly large Nubia. We are amazing in size. We have gained a ton, and I mean a ton of ground. We're gonna stand down all the troops. Stand down all the troops. And we're gonna... I see that I didn't exactly put them in the right spot. Raise everything here in order to help out my wife. Because we're gonna help out for Kanem. The problem now also is, I wonder, with my wife still... yeah, she still has a claim on Hausa land and the Sahara. So, at least on this. And Dirku has Hausa land. Oh, hadn't seen that actually. So she has claims on that. She probably can't force Hausa land because... no, wait, your religion... no, because you're Kushite. If she was Bori, she still could have forced it. So actually... if everything goes perfect, this woman would force on Hausa land her claim. And then... which I don't think she will, because she's allied to him. So it's more about her forcing her claim on Sahara. If not, then we're not going to get the Sahara, which is a little unfortunate. Because then our entire expansion plan to the west has, well, been severely diminished. What we can do, however, I think, I need to look here, we can ransom a few people for 50 bucks. That is good. Ransom you for 10. Should have checked actually, we probably could have done more. We can vassalize you. No, feudalize. I would love to do that. How do I do that? How do you feudalize something? Is there a decision for this? No. Alright, let's see here. We gotta... I'm gonna, this time, not gonna skip a lot, because this is something we'll have to learn. As a non-tribal character, tribal holdings give you Nile levies. The tax is used to reform the holding, making it a castle. Click to select the holding. Holding is selected. There's the feudalized tribe. Cost me 500 bucks. This is the only tribal... Fine, we'll do it, because otherwise we're gonna have a weird thing. But there we go. Feudalize that one. That was the only one that we had to do. We feudalized it. Fine. Yeah, a lot of counties with low control. We understand that. My brother, you were disinherited, but we will give you land in the end. Because we're gonna give you Cairo. Later on, this line is going to get... Well, disowned, because we, in the end, do want the Cairo Duchy to be part of our capital line, but right now, not so much. Yeah, I should have ransomed these guys a little sooner so that I would have gained some money from them, but I guess we're just gonna have to do that. Oh, look at that! Look at that nice, big ass old area. So now that my father died, we actually have 4 kingdoms. Let me just look at found a new empire. First of all, we need 1200. I thought it was 1000. It's mainly my fame is just not good enough. I'm currently distinguished. I need to gain 2 additional levels in order to actually be eligible in order to do this. But that is mainly what we want to go for. Right. Well, you know what? And this is no Batia. And we can't attack this guy in some time because, of course, we won that war. By the way, Khazaria, what kind of war is this? Is this independence? Tyranny. No, that will depose him. That doesn't mean that they will immediately fall away. Because it's kind of annoying that it's all Khazaria now, because that makes it even larger for us of an enemy to fight. And probably I just realized we're going to lose a ton of money because the amount of vassals that we can have... Yeah, we're going to go way over our limit if we're just going to give this to counts. We need to give out duchy titles over here. Okay, that's going to take some time. I'm going to end the episode here. I know it's a very short one. I hope you still enjoy it because, dang, one little break that I have because of my birthday and I lose half the viewers of this series. But one thing I will do is my brother will get Cairo. By the way, if I want to make my brother actually like me even more, I can just undo his restore his inheritance issue, and then he will gain 40 opinion of me. Does cost again, however, additional fervor, so that's kind of weird. And apparently his mother then goes to him to his court. Kinda can understand that. Why are you so annoyed? You're ambitious. Well, you're probably going to die, but you're a duke, so let me just put that over there. I'm going to give out these titles. We're going to come back. We have Egypt now. I feel like we are empire worthy, just not by virtue of prestige, and we won't be by money. And by money, we will just try to, well, claw our way back up. I say thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.